I've been working on the piece quite a bit, had some ideas. So I've tried to catch those when I can. I saved this so that I could make a couple of observations. I've actually made more progress since this, but I wanted to point out a couple of things. One is that in this sort of iteration, this version, I changed the placement of the word the. So the phrase is, I sometimes wish for a museum of childhood, a sanctuary that holds the matted frog blanket, the plastic golf club, and so on. And previously I had the plastic golf club, so the word the was on the downbeat, and I have a tendency to do that, try to sort of step back and say, what are the important words? And I don't need the word the to be on an emphasized part of the measure. So I changed the placement. It matches this previous placement of the word the matted frog blanket, and then another pickup here, the plastic golf club. But it feels right to me, and I like the emphasis on the more important word, which is plastic. So I made that change. I also decided to continue experimenting with this two measure accompaniment figure that I originally placed in the alto. And before I get to sort of the next portion of the essay, I wanted to reintroduce that little accompaniment figure. And you can see that now it's in the bass voice and it's accompanying the tenor voice. And in this case, I had the tenor come in earlier than the previous relationship. So in the previous relationship, I have this two measure accompaniment idea, and the soprano comes in at the end of that second measure of the two measure unit. In this instance, the tenor comes in at the end of the first measure of this two measure unit. And so I like that it's different than what I had before. I also like that again, one of my considerations before and concerns before was that some of the lyrics align so that they're not competing with each other and sort of contradicting each other in terms of articulations. So I like that that resulted here. I'm going to scroll ahead in the score here so you can see that I'm still sort of fleshing out some ideas. Um, and I had jotted some notes down to myself sort of rhythmically on my um, working paper with the essay. And I wanted some more activity here. The lyrics there, or the words there are, a podium to place the giddy shrieks that come from running in a donut costume. So I knew I wanted more activity there. I don't want it to be too literal, like, yes, they're running in a donut costume, but I do want it to be more active rhythmically. So I'm experimenting a little bit with this. I don't like it yet. I think it's too literal, and I think it's a little bit too, um, in a way, stiff at the moment. So I'm experimenting with that. You can see I changed a meter. I'm experimenting to see if that helps. I also am going to experiment a little bit more with tempo, those sorts of things. So let me just keep scrolling to show you the end. There's a lot of blank space. I'm trying to give myself opportunity to try out those chords I think I was mentioning from Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans? So I fleshed out some chords here just to get a feel for it, and it doesn't work for me at all. I don't think it suits the piece or the essay. So I'll play this for you. I'll attach the Sibelius playback so you can hear it, but I'll be disregarding or deleting this whole ending portion. I had hoped it would provide a sense of arrival and that I would make use of those chords that I really like, but they just don't fit. So that's where I am at the moment. Okay, bye.